When did he first verbalize, if he did to you, wanting to work in an office capacity?
I don't remember him ever.
I know you said he wanted to go into the meetings. He wanted to be part of
That was
production meetings,
after
but
we left.
right. But did he? But he never said something like, "Man, when I'm done, I can see myself."
No,
Whatever.
not when I was around there.
Okay.
Because I had no aspirations to do anything, and then Eric was being bombarded by the other tower, and he was fried, and I just looked at him. I said, "You want some help?" He said,
Mm.
"Yeah, I'd appreciate it." So that's the only reason I got involved with any creative aspect, because Eric was just he was fried.
But Paul
No,
never indicated that he
no.
wanted to. Okay.
I mean, it just I'm sure that while he was on uh, double secret probation, I'm sure he, was trying to do what he could to get in good graces again.
Mm-hmm. What traits does he share with Vince as a promoter, as a boss, as a
I think
creative
drive,
leader?
just that drive. And I think that's, that's something that I've never seen anybody go on less sleep for as long as Vince did. Like Vince was like an android. And there were times when I was with Vince for days at a time doing shit. And like 8 o'clock, that fucking phone would ring. You ready to go? Like, oh, fuck. Down to the gym, get your workout in. Yeah. So, I mean, just knowing that Paul was on that plane, if you're on the WWE plane, you're on Vince's time. So,
Yeah.
if you're on Vince's time,
How do they differ? Uh, Paul as promoter slash boss, Vince as same.
well, I've never worked directly under Paul where he was the boss. Um, I can only tell you what the guys tell me
Mm-hmm.
that work underneath him. It's just, it's like night and day. It's just,
Well, delegation. Did
uh,
Vince
no.
delegate, or did he keep total
Well, I mean, when
control?
I first got there, it was Vince and Pat Patterson,
Yeah.
and that was it. And shit ran, I mean, you can say what you want to, but we didn't have a room full of writers, and shit ran well. And you knew where you were going, so you could say, "Where am I going?" SummerSlam, and they'd open up the old legal pad and flip through it in pencil, and there it'd be.
Yeah. Mm. And had he jumped to WCW with you that night, had he not stayed with Sean,
They weren't letting him go anywhere.
but had it happened, well, he's a 1099 employee, for God's
They
sakes.
still got a 3-year contract.
I still don't know how they got away with that shit, Kev. I really don't. But would it have been the wrong move, given everything we have
Yeah,
now?
absolutely. I think it played out exactly like it was supposed to. The
But
guys,
could he?
the
Mhm.
guys that stayed loyal to Vince were highly rewarded.
Right. If you were maybe, I don't know, 10 years younger, willing to keep working, not in the ring, but, didn't mind going on the road a little. Do I have to go back 20 years for that, maybe?
Fuck yeah.
What executive position could Paul have dangled in front of your face if he was in control there, or you were just that age now, that you would have been tempted enough to go to work for Connecticut? Would it have been like
I would have been in some way like Sean. I would have been around the NXT.
So training, development,
Yeah, I would have done that.
talent.
Because anytime I've come back and worked in any capacity, it's been in that capacity.
But you have a lot of production experience too from the other business. You don't think
Yeah.
you would have been able to lend?
I mean, well, it used to be done. It was Dunn's truck, so you know,
Mm-hmm.
that was just the way shit was done. I don't. I'm not that familiar with the production people now. I think the. I mean, there's nothing I could add. I watch when I watch Netflix. I'm just amazed at the production.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you wonder about Paul that you've never talked to him about?
I don't think there's many things we haven't talked about.
Other than the meat gazing that you'd like
I think
might not have done.
I was really surprised. I really haven't sat down and asked him like exit strategy wise,
Mm,
like when's it going to be enough? Like when will you have enough? When will
right.
you know? There's not there's not an arena they don't fill. There's not a country they don't go to. I mean it's
Yeah. I want to know how grueling it must be to be away from his kids so much. I mean, he's very busy, obviously, so his mind is always occupied. But at
he
every
does.
time,
I think he does a better job than. I think the schedule again, even though he's 24/7. I think that like Steph always brings the girls to the major events. Um,
but listen, you're not going to dance recitals. You're missing, the
you'd be surprised if
violin concert or whatever.
having a private plane at your
I
beckon.
knew you were going to say that.
That yeah, there's you miss a lot less than the guy in the fucking Chevy Lumina.
Well, he's going to retire someday,
Yeah.
and
He's
two of
50.
you,
He's 55. I'm
yeah,
65. So
yeah.
for me, man, it's just like I'm cool. I'm cool.
But someday the two you're going to be retired, and you're gonna be sitting next to the pool, maybe with a pina colada someday.
Maybe
What are you going to be talking about? The old days. You're going to be talking about sports. You can be.
John Paul's not a big sports guy.